Today marks the beginning of a journey. And for all of those who have just heard the diagnosis of your children, this is the biggest journey that you will ever take. Now, for those who are still in shock, it must feel like the room got darker. Things slowed down. Everything seemed to stop in that moment. And you're just there with your child, figuring out what went wrong. What did I do? What I didn't do? Will I be able to handle this? What if I am? What if I'm not? What am I going to do? What kind of future can I expect? All my dreams are dashing. The future that I had planned for this new child is not there. This might not be the Harvard graduate. This might not be the Olympian. There might not be dates. There might not be marriage, grandchildren. Where did my child go in this moment? And letting you know that everyone who has had a diagnosis for their child has had these same thoughts. You are not alone. This is a club that no one asked to be in, but once you're in, it changes your life. Now for all the questions. Whatever the struggle is, your child will be fine. It needs love. It needs care. It needs you. And you're going to be so amazed at your ability to love this new child that you're not going to understand it right now. After a year, you will understand the depth of what I am saying. You're going to have highs higher than any drug could imagine. And you're going to have lows that are the epitome of despair. Your milestones might be smaller or later, but they're worth so much because you know how much work your child has put in to each little thing, for each moment. And you're going to be in awe. This child, which you've created or you've adopted, that's come into your world, will be an incredible person. And although many may stare and look and whisper, they are outsiders that are looking at this person who is so amazing that they can't even understand it in logical sense. But you will. And you'll be in awe. Now, there won't be milestones every day. There'll be sad points. There'll be times where your child can't participate. Your child will realize they're different. Things will happen with your child that are gonna happen. And I'm sorry. And it's okay to grieve those losses. And to be angry. And to ask, why me? Why them? That's normal. And I don't know anyone who hasn't done that. So, while you're struggling with this beautiful gift, you're going to question how you got it. But then you'll see a look. And parents, write down in the comment when the first time you saw this look. There's a look that says it's going to be okay. And it's a beautiful moment, and you're going to get to experience this at some point. No matter how dire the situation, you're going to see this. You're going to be able to look into your child's eyes and see this. So, while you're looking and gazing and in awe, get ready for some work. This is the biggest roller coaster you're ever going to be on. While your child is doing great things, you're going to become a researcher. You're going to become a doctor, minus the pay, of course. You're going to be an advocate. You're going to be a nurse. You're going to be a politician who lobbies for their child. You're going to be their voice until they can have a voice of their own. And there's no time to waste. So while you're sitting there contemplating the future is now. Get in gear. Get connected with other parents. Get involved. And start living. Each little moment is precious. And there's no time to lose with this sadness. Save it for when they're asleep. Save it for your pillow. And save it for church. Because your faith is going to be challenged. But hope is going to be restored. I hope I've given you a short little glimpse into what you're going to have to go through. And like I said, the dream didn't die. So don't grieve the child that you lost for too long, because the dream just changed. Maybe they won't go to Harvard. But that doesn't mean they will not be intelligent and bright and witty and funny. Or that they won't be an Olympian. But with each step they take or don't take, they will move to greatness. I guarantee it. You will see it. If not anyone else in the world, you will see it. They told my mother to pack me up, to take me home, and just let the course happen. Don't expect anything. Failure to thrive. She's not going to grow. She won't be anything. She'll have the cognition of a 2-year-old. The body of one. And so she stopped. She stopped everything. Then she realized this child's going nowhere. This child's here. This child's a fighter. This child will inspire people. This child will have a voice one day and use it to change the way people see disability. Your child is a spokesperson for disability. Your child or your young adult is a representation of all their hard work, all your hard work. The face of disability is changing to not something of despair and pity, but great things. that can be accomplished when people come together, give people strategies, and see the potential. And not just the sorrow. So for those of you who have this child, hold them, hug them, cherish every moment, and just realize it's gonna be okay. And welcome to this club of disability. I hope I can guide you a little bit through this journey. This is day one.